Hi, welcome back to The Pocket Nutritionist. I'm Katie and I'm here to share recipes that help me heal from chronic illness so you can do the same. Today's recipe is a delicious, chunky guacamole. I absolutely love guacamole. I could eat it all day long, and I'm going to show you how to make a really healthy, yummy dip that you can have any time of the day, and it just goes together so quickly. There's some really beautiful ingredients, so follow along and enjoy. So I just wanted to tell a little story, as I like to do, just to maybe inspire you or give you a sense of hope that I, for a very long time, struggled to do this way of eating. I was very addicted to a lot of different foods, a lot of savory foods, a lot of oily foods, fatty foods. I'd just become really addicted to them over the years. I'd had them in my diet for most of my life. And I spent many years failing. I spent many years failing at this and going and eating something that I shouldn't eat, and then having the repercussions of that, and then having to get back on track. So please, if you're looking to transition into a healthier diet, don't think that I've just woken up one day and all of a sudden I eat like this. That wasn't the case for me. Now, that might be the case for some people. They can switch their mind on and just put themselves to the task of changing things. That wasn't the case for me. I was very addicted to certain foods. So this has been a culmination of many years of practice and getting inspiration from other people online. I spent many hours at night time watching other people on YouTube doing this diet and trying to get my head around how on earth are they doing it? How are they getting this result? And just basically brainwashing myself into being more like these people that I saw. And so one of the biggest factors for me was giving up all of these things that I used to love eating. And I don't even like saying giving up anymore, because I haven't. I have just worked my mind around the fact that I prefer to be well, and I prefer to have energy, and I prefer to feel good and have my body work well and do the things that I want it to do, and not have pain and not have suffering and not have exhaustion and fatigue and all these awful things that come along with being unwell. So when I was coming up in my early 20s, I was obsessed with this Mexican restaurant, and my friends and my sister and I even would go there, and we would love Mexican food, and we'd eat the quesadillas and we'd have margaritas or Coronas, and we'd just sit there and indulge in all of this really oily, fatty food. At the time, I had no idea. I just thought I was eating too many calories. I didn't know about the detrimental side effects of a lot of the foods that I was eating back then. But I would love and just crave going to this Mexican place. So Mexican is still something that I really enjoy, and especially some corn chips and some guacamole and making healthy nachos and having those things. But now when I make them and I eat them, I just feel so much better for it, and it satisfies that any level of craving that I would have for those foods. So this is why I've started this channel, to help you if you're like me and love these different cuisines. And I've been a really big foodie most of my life. I used to go out to wine dinners and go out to fancy dinners at beautiful restaurants, and it was a really big part of my life for a long time. And so I want to inspire you to take a step and do it in a healthier way, so that you don't need to suffer, and you don't need to be tired all the time, and you can eat in abundance, and you can eat as much as you like and feel so satisfied and not have cravings for things like you have in the past, and overcome those mental challenges, and do it in such a way that you're going to bring so much beautiful energy and life into your life. And I want to share that journey with you. Okay, for this recipe you're going to need 3 ripe avocados, 250 grams of cherry tomatoes, half a red onion, juice of half a lime, and half a cup of fresh coriander leaves, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt, and just a sprinkling of ground black pepper. So what we're going to do first is just prepare all of our ingredients. Firstly, chopping up the avocados and placing all of the flesh into a bowl. We're then going to move on to the lime, chop that in half, and then chopping your cherry tomatoes into quarters. Then you're also going to prepare the onion, chopping that up. We're only going to use half of that today. And then preparing the coriander leaves by removing the stalks and just roughly chopping the leaves. So when mashing up the avocado, I don't like to overdo it because I like it to be a little more chunky. So just do it gently, don't over mash it. I mean, if you prefer it a little more mashed, then that's okay. I just preferred it to be just a little bit more robust. And then the other ingredients will stick really well in there. So now we'll go ahead and add our spices. So we've got our smoked paprika and also the ground coriander. We're then going to add in the red chili powder, the Celtic sea salt, and just a sprinkling of black pepper. Once you've put those in, I'm going to mix it up again just to combine it all the way through the avocado. Then add in the larger ingredients, the cherry tomatoes, the red onion, and the coriander. And then we'll just gently fold that through to combine the ingredients. Once that's folded through, then squeeze the lime over the top and then just one more fold through. And that is that. Serve it up into a bowl. And there you have your amazing, delicious, healthy guacamole. So what I've done here is I've chopped up some snacking carrots and some celery and just put that in a bowl. And these are my delicious new zucchini and kale chips, grain-free. And they are super delicious, super savory, and they've got some sort of pizza type flavors that are sprinkled through the chip and on the top. And they really take me back to childhood when I used to be addicted to pizza shapes. So I made these instead, and they're really yummy. And last night I made dehydrated corn chips. These are amazing, and they really do taste just as good, if not better, than store-bought corn chips, without all the extra nonsense, the MSG, the oil, all of that. None of that in here. This recipe is so simple, it's so quick. You do need a dehydrator for the chip recipes, but I encourage you to invest in something like that because it saves you on the snack front. It really does help with the crunchy cravings when you're trying to get yourself healthy. Okay, now why on earth would you buy one from the shops when you can have this, which is so much healthier, so much more delicious, and it just feels so good knowing that you made it yourself. It's taste test time. Okay. It's so savory. But the onion gives a little sweetness. And chippies are so nice too. I don't even want to buy them at the shops anymore because this tastes better, in my opinion. So that, my friends, is how you put together a beautiful, chunky guacamole and served with fresh veggies and dehydrated corn chips. And I've also got the zucchini kale chips there as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching this recipe. If you'd like the recipe for the dehydrated kale and zucchini chips, you can join my Facebook group, which is the Life Diet Community, and you'll find that recipe in there. And I will be posting on my Instagram shortly how to do the dehydrated corn chips. So make sure you follow me at The Pocket Nutritionist on Instagram, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.